Hello everyone, this is the Master Chief 1, and welcome to my Croc, Legends of the Gobbo walkthrough part number 7. In this part, we are actually going to proceed on ahead with World 4, alright? And just so I don't bore you guys anymore, I'm just going to list off a few things that are important in order to get through this final level. This level is pretty simple when it comes to most stuff, but there will be a few things here and there that might be a little bit challenging that could need some explaining in order to get through it. Especially some of the final bonus challenges you're going to experience. Hey, anyway, I'm sorry I was sounded a little bit annoyed when it came to World 3, but trust me, I so don't like that level. I really don't. Well, actually, I don't like the world period. I so don't like the world period. Anyway, make sure you time this correctly, as you can see. Otherwise, you are going to, of course, get hit. But thankfully, I have to give you a safety platform, so you'll have an easier chance of actually getting through this. Yeah, don't forget to jump back onto the platform, as you can see. That's only used to avoid the electricity that you see right there. Now it looks like I'm on my last level and I'm gonna die, but don't fret, people. I actually got this. Now, I correct myself. I'm sorry. If you see that I've got more than 0 lives, I didn't really have it. I'm sorry about that. This time, I do got it. Sorry about that, really. That was really my bad. Completely. But don't fret. Really, this world is not really as hard as the third one is, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's the easiest one. I think the ice world, despite the slippery ice that causes Croc difficulty to move, is actually easier than any of the other worlds in this game. Which is kind of strange if you think about it, because usually it's the first world that is usually the easiest one. However, I so hate these pain in the ass TNT shooter guys, no matter what. Okay, this secret area, well, it's pretty straightforward. Just make sure that you hit those stinking damn guys ahead of time. And of course, be very careful to not get hit by them. But that's easier said than done. Oh, this level. Well, this level, I have to say, is probably one of the most annoying levels of all time for this game. Why is this annoying? Well, this level actually is not hard. What makes this level tough? Sorry, what makes this level actually a challenge is not actually, in fact, the difficulty from the enemies or the traps. What makes this level actually tough is that you have consistent amounts of puzzles in this one to collect all the Gobbos. And trust me, the puzzles and challenges they give you are really annoying. First off, we begin a second box challenge. Now remember what I said around the first Croc game. Pay attention to the box that slowly moves and pay attention to that one and not be confused by fast switching. Otherwise you won't get the Gobbo. I'll show you a completed run of me finally collecting all of the Gobbos, but trust me, what makes this level so tough and annoying is trying to collect all of the Gobbos. And as you can see for the second challenge, it's once again another one of those magical moving box challenges, only this time you now have to avoid spider enemies and you have to try to jump on the box when it comes towards the opposite wall. Well, when it bounces off from the opposite wall. Okay, yep, another one of these pot challenges. And if you remember what I said from a previous part, this pot challenge is harder than the last one you experienced. And trust me, I don't even know if I got the Gobbo. Most likely, I didn't for this. But I'm just showing you how to complete the level normally. I'm not going to show you how to get the how to be able to actually get all the Gobbos for this run. I will for the second run though. But this is also a good way to collect a lot of lives because, as you can see, you're going to be failing a lot of these really annoying puzzle challenges. And trust me, they really get on your nerves of how long this is going to take you to beat. This took me over about 2 hours to beat. And trust me, a lot of the edited footage is not really me dying. It's really a lot of these failures to how frustratingly difficult these puzzle challenges are. Somehow they really did not time Croc's proper jumping with these platform buttons and also exactly move the pot. Really bad. choice decision made by the creators. They should have improved it so it wasn't nearly as hard to that's who they were trying to address this game to. Well, anyway, here comes a new little puzzle. The idea here is that I found out the first time I ever did this was that you're supposed to push this inflatable guy near one of these 3 doors, and one of the 3 doors actually is the way that will lead you to the secret area and further into the into this level. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was left. But I don't exactly remember if it was left or the right door. I'm thinking it might have been the right door now, and that the next one is the right door, but I could be wrong. Oh, it was the left door, yes. The left door, remember that it is the left door that you need to do that to get to the secret region, and if you're curious where all the other colored gems are, they're actually all in these crates. This is the one level that is the easiest to collect all of the colored gems from, actually. Okay, time to reveal the bonus area, even though you're going to be seeing this again. Anyway, the idea here is that you're gonna have to avoid the Dantini shooter guys that will be consistently shooting at you, and it's one of those really annoying dark little dungeon regions. Yes, that's a strategy you can now use for later levels if you happen to stupidly enough get hit by the enemies which is so, I'm gonna say it, so fucking annoying. Yes, I'm sorry. Sometimes they do get on, those Dantini shooters just get on my nerves so much, even if I'm not playing the game. It's just I remember how annoying they are when I was playing the game. Makes it even more of a pain in the butt is how they laugh at you. But anyway, good strategy, as you can see, is to try and tail swipe a lot, and this will allow you to recollect more gems that you may lose when you get hit. Really stupid concept idea, really. It took me a while to remember that the gong was near the beginning again. So don't make that same mistake. Okay, I'm gonna if I tried doing the dungeon of Fright. Okay, never mind. I didn't try doing the dungeon of Fright again. Okay, this is the easiest boss battle in the entire game, so there's really no point in me explaining this. He's really getting desperate now. This is the first level that will introduce a really annoying new concept. Collapsing and shrinking platforms. I know, that was so easy, it was embarrassing. Okay, it's time for us to begin the Dungeon of Fright again, and this time I'm going to show you how to get through it this time. Alright, hello everyone, I'm back. And this time, I'm going to show you how to collect actually all 6 Gobbos successfully in the Dungeon of Fright. Including also how to complete challenges 3 and 4 to collect the 3rd and 4th Gobbo also. Anyway, a good hint about that challenge is that most likely the Gobbo will either be in the middle or left box. So keep that in mind when you're trying to concentrate and pay attention. It makes it about a 50-50 chance then you'll be able to get it right, if you know that. Okay, this will involve memorizing a really long pattern in order to be able to properly get the Gobbo and all of the gems that of course are included that are necessary to collect the Gobbo for these pot-based challenges. So trust me, don't get discouraged. This one takes quite a long time in order to be able to actually get the Gobbo, and of course for it to land in the pot when it shows up and to collect all the crystals and whatnot. This is a real tough strategy to memorize. I mean, real tough. And there's a chance that if you're not all that good, there's a chance that you won't be able to properly jump on the right buttons at the right time with Croc, because of course this game sometimes is a stupid malfunctioning camera when it comes to Croc's jumping capabilities as well. Okay, this 4th challenge, this is actually easier to beat than the sheep challenge. You only need to miss about 3, maybe 4 of these Reaper guys, and actually you can still collect the Gobbo, I found out. But if you miss more than that, your chances of being able to collect the Gobbo are pretty darn slim. But it's a lot more generous than that sheep challenge. Also, you have a little bit more time to hit the Reapers when they appear out than you did with the sheep. And trust me, I find that one more tougher than I do the Reaper challenge. It's just, make sure you quickly jump back right onto the right button exactly if you happen to fall off. And you don't need to hit all of them, just be quick when doing it. And with any luck, you might be able to do it, but it involves also trying to memorize a pattern too. If you have trouble memorizing these patterns, it's best to look on the internet for anybody else's walkthrough except for my own. Except for looking at mine as well and actually writing down the pattern, or slowing down this video and writing down the proper pattern in order to collect the Gobbo. Yes, I did find the way to dodge and take down the Dantinis that mostly works for this region. Just jump, then tail swipe, and most of the time you won't get hit by these guys for this area. I'm not saying it will work all the time, but it will work for this area. Alright, even though this level is actually a pretty darn this video is going to be a pretty darn short video. Sorry. My bad about that. Okay, I introduce you to the toughest secret level in the entire game. Why is this tough? Well, these little guys, they cannot be normally killed off. Yeah, as I was just saying, these guys cannot be normally killed off by any of Croc's attacks. You're probably wondering to yourself, so how in the world do we eliminate these guys? Well, what I'm doing right here is the key. However, this strategy is so darn frustrating and utterly tough because you have to, and I literally mean you've got to first still smash down the crate, and it will cause these boneheads to, of course, walk into the bottomless pit and kill themselves off very cleverly. However, the only problem with this really frustratingly annoying strategy is that you can see every single time you hit down on a crate, Croc will fall into a bottomless pit and lose a life because they don't really provide any crystals for this level. Yeah, I know, pain in the butt, right? Well, there is a strategy so that Croc properly lands onto a safety platform I found. It took me many lives lost to learn this strategy, but the strategy here is to press X and then square, and then immediately square, and I mean very fast. You need to press square very fast after you press X and X for Croc's smash attack or slam move in order to land safely onto a onto an opposite platform or the platform closest to you, so that way Croc won't fall into the bottomless pit below and will kill off these little guys. Thankfully enough, I had a lot of lives when I did this. And I'm so happy the Dungeon of Fright gives you so many lives when you try to attempt to collect all the Gobbos, which I have to say is quite generous with the game creators that they thought of doing this, especially for this frustrating challenge. If you're curious how I was getting this done, yes, my strategy I just explained. X, and then press square immediately will allow Croc to land on a safety platform or on the opposite platform without him falling into a bottomless pit and dying. Trust me, Trust me, I didn't really fully get it yet because I did lose a couple more lives with Croc, as you just saw. Anyway, I won't, just a heads up, once this bonus area is done, I'm actually going to stop talking so much at some points when it comes towards my videos and my certain parts. You're probably wondering why exactly when I really be talking a lot in the next couple parts. Well, the next couple of levels actually really aren't all that tough. There's only like one more tough level that I'll have to talk about, but the rest is actually pretty darn straightforward except for the final boss, which in fact, like you would expect for any type of for most video games, but not every video game, of course, but for some video games, the final boss is actually the toughest boss in the game. And that same rule applies for Croc, for the game Croc. Anyway, I know this video was shorter than some of my others, but that's because I wasted so much time on the Dungeon of Fright. I know I could probably add in maybe some content from another video, but sometimes when I do that, it gets really hard to avoid audio mixing issues with my narration for some stupid reason. I think this might have been the point when I finally got the hang of this really difficult strategy. Trust me, it's far tougher than it looks. Yeah, like I said, you gotta press X, X, and then square really fast. Otherwise, this is not gonna work. Yet, I kinda goofed up when I did that. I really did. may not look like it, but yes, I did smash down on that other crate, and I did cause that other little guy to fall into the bottomless pit. It just didn't look like it. But yeah, there we go. Sorry about losing about 2 more lives, but I accidentally did a little bit of a stupid move, and I got hit by one of those little guys. Or one of those little Spike Dantini guys. Sorry, Dat-teeny. Well, I don't know if there's an N between the T or not. I'm gonna have to look at the spelling of these enemies again, but thankfully enough, Croc 2 actually includes a lot of texts, and actually tells you of what these little guys are actually called. It's probably the first time in the game series that we actually found out what these little enemies are called. We already knew what the main boss's name is, and you can see him right now in a mural over there, Emperor Baron Dante. Yes, like I already told you several times before about the strategy, this is when I really got the hang of this strategy. I was so happy when I actually really got the hang of this. And actually knew what I was doing at long last. Trust me, it's a difficult pattern to get right, but once you get it right, the rest of this level will not be too bad. Even though there is no chance of collecting any gems in this level. Which is one thing that will probably really annoy people when it comes to this bonus level. Okay, anyway, this has been the Master Chief 1, and I hope that you have enjoyed my Croc Legends of the Gobbos walkthrough part 7, and I hope that you will stay tuned to my Croc Legends of the Gobbos walkthrough part 9. I'll see you all later, and goodbye.